Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist, and in this video I'm going to show you two beautiful creative eye makeup looks which I'm going to create with the Melody eyeshadow palette by Zoeva. And this is such a gorgeous and beautiful palette, and also the packaging is stunning, as well as the colors that she has chosen to put into this palette, as those are so beautiful. You have some matte ones, you have shimmery ones that also shift into a different direction because of a different glitter particles that are in it, and you can create such beautiful makeup looks with it. And I'm going to start off with two creative eye makeup looks. One of them is very beginner friendly and the other one is a little bit more advanced when it comes to blending the shadows into each other, which also brings me directly to the first creative eye makeup look. And I'm going to start off with showing you the steps that you're going to expect. Now, to start off with the first step, we are going to use a blending brush and we are going to dig into the matte brownish caramel shadow, which we are going to place on the main lid area. And so once you have applied it on the main lid area, you can start blending it towards the crease as well as above. And I do have to say, because this is a matte shadow, those shadows are so creamy and easy to apply as well as easy to blend that it's just enjoy it if you're having the palette and you want to create a beautiful look with it. And so once you have applied it on the main lid area, we now can move on to the next step, which is applying the purple shadow on the lower lash line. And I just wanted to dig into the purple because this one sticks out the most, and I'm really so curious to get into the color. And with this look, I basically also just wanted to emphasize the palette. The palette has natural tones in it, but as well as at the same time very special tones in it. And this is just what I'm going to represent. And if you feel the need and you want to get a little bit more pigmentation and that the color really pops a bit more, you always can use a little bit of water or setting spray that can help you to get a little bit more of an intense color. Now make sure that you're not going to wet the brush too much, but just dampen it, and then placing it on the lower lash line. And so once you are happy how you place the shadow on the lower lash line, we now can move on to the next step, which is applying a very special color towards the inner corner. And I'm going to use a flat eyeshadow brush as well, and I'm going to dig into this shade right here, and this one made me so curious because it's going to shift in different directions, so it's a little bit more iridescent, which makes it so special if you want to place it as a highlighter towards the inner corner or the under the brow bone. But this is also something that's your option. If you want to wet the brush, you can do so, and then placing it towards the inner corner and blend it towards the lower lash line as well as the upper shadow. I mean, just look at this color towards the inner corner. This is such a beautiful shadow that you can also not only use for creative makeup looks, but you just can have fun with it because it's something unusual and a shadow that I haven't seen in that sort of form, and also how it feels and how you can apply it like in any eyeshadow palette. And so once you have placed it also towards the inner corner, the only thing that's missing is a little bit of mascara. And this is what the final look looks like, and I just feel like that this creative eye makeup look represents the palette on how it looks and also how you can use the different tones, as there's still some unusual shades in it as well as natural ones at the same time. Which also brings me to the second more advanced creative eye makeup look, and here you can see already the steps on what you're going to expect, and I'm going to keep it very shimmery in this look as well as the lower lash line. We're going to use the same colors, and so I'm going to start off with the outer corner where I'm going to use the dark brown shadow, and I'm going to apply it with the crease brush. And so once you have applied it towards the outer corner, we can move on to the next step, which is applying a very cool tone brownish shadow, which is a shimmery shadow on the main lid area from the midsection towards a little bit into the dark brown shadow as well as towards the inner corner. And then later on we are going to blend the shadows. So I'm going to apply this one with my finger and also later on with a flat eyeshadow brush so that I can blend it into the darker color, which is also the matte shadow. And so once you're happy on how you have applied the first shimmer shade on the main lid area, then we now can move on to the next step, which is applying the purple towards the inner corner as well as blending it into the first shimmery shade so that all the colors are coming together. And so I'm going to use the same brush with the flat one that I used earlier for the first look, and I'm also going to wet it so that the purple really pops. And so once you have applied the purple towards the inner corner and you're happy on how it looks, we now can move on to blending the upper area right here so that you can add the shadow through the crease as well as also above and getting a beautiful finish right above this area. And so I'm going to dig into the matte shadow, which is also a little bit of a lighter grayish brownish tone, which helps me to get it from the darker shade right here blended towards the inner corner. And I'm going to use the same blending brush that I used earlier for the first shadow. And so once you're happy on how you blended the edges as well as added the lighter grey brownish tone towards the crease and above, we now can move on to the lower lash line where we are basically repeating the same shadows that we use on the main lid area. So we are going to use the purple towards the inner corner and start from the lower lash line, then the brown golden shade towards the midsection of the lower lash line and the dark brown shade towards the outer corner and connecting it with the upper part. And here you can also see what the final look looks like once you have applied the mascara, and everything looks just so gorgeous and beautiful. And as already mentioned, this is such a natural toned palette, but it still is so unique. And I also do hope that you enjoyed the video, that you enjoyed the looks, and if you did so, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it, as this is an independent channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!